Good afternoon. Now your STV News, including the headlines for Aberdeen. The final push for votes is underway ahead of the last weekend of campaigning before the general election. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon says the SNP would be open to forming a progressive alternative to the Tories with other parties if the election delivers a hung parliament. Scottish Tory leader Ruth Davidson was in Murray, where she offered continued funding support for the farming industry. Meanwhile, Scottish Labour leader Kezia Dugdale highlighted her plans to tackle child poverty. And Scottish Lib Dem leader Willie Rennie has ruled out forming alliances with other parties north of the border. Former Rangers owner Craig White is being portrayed as the fall guy over the takeover of the club his fraud trial has heard. Donald Finlay QC told jurors at the High Court in Glasgow that White and previous owner Sir David Murray had been ill-served by their advisers in the run-up to the deal. Mr White denies fraud. A man has been convicted of murdering his sister in what police have described as a horrific attack. Charles Gordon strangled Elizabeth Bow at her home in St Andrews in September last year. He will be sentenced next month. The funeral of Ailey MacLeod, who died in the Manchester bombing, is to take place on Monday. 14-year-old Ailey was killed in the suicide attack at the Ariana Grande concert last month. Hundreds of people are expected to attend the service on the Isle of Barra. And the headlines from Aberdeen. A teacher who gave pupils adult film nicknames during a speech at an assembly has been given a formal reprimand by a teaching watchdog. Graham Cowie appeared before the General Teaching Council for Scotland. He admitted charges of using inappropriate language in front of pupils at Mearns Academy in Lawrencekirk. And Chase and Status and Primal Scream will headline an Aberdeen music festival this weekend. The Enjoy Music Festival at Hazelhead Park is now in its third year. That's it for now. We'll be back again in an hour, but first it's time for a look at the local weather forecast. Good afternoon.
STV Weather, sponsored by Thompson. STV Weather, sponsored by Thompson.